Showtime, my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shogun Zora and thank you for tuning in. And today we talk about Blue Lock, one of the series I really enjoy right now so much. And yeah, right now Blue Lock is one of the biggest sports anime ever, with having over 60 million manga copies sold and making it the fourth year most sold manga ever, which is beyond crazy as it's only now been, the Blue Lock manga came out only 8 years ago. Of course, it's all warranted, of course, and as Blue Lock has amazing art, a cool story, and incredible action, which makes Blue Lock so popular. But a piece that helped Blue Lock truly become that big, that piece that helped Blue Lock to reach that level is the World Cup. The World Cup is the biggest sports event ever, the biggest football event ever, so yeah, of course it makes sense that it would help potentially bring Blue Lock that high up as it's both talking about football or soccer. The Blue Lock manga debuted in 2018, so now 8 years ago, and also if you look at it, the Blue Lock manga debuted in 2022, in the fall season with the animation studio 8-bit. And that's also around the same time Blue Lock, the anime, came out also around the same time as the 2022 World Cup. So the fact that they both came out at the same time helps Blue Lock to rise up as much, because a lot of people are more excited for football and soccer, and of course everybody would be now excited for Blue Lock and other things that's also related to football. And also the thing is why Blue Lock had so much, was got to the same level. Of course, it's like promotion. There is no other anime or manga series that got to the same level of promotion as Blue Lock. The thing is with anime promotion and recommendation is like, if you look at example, the creator of My Hero Academia, Kohei Hidikoshi, one of the biggest mangaka ever, recommended Kagurabachi. And Kagurabachi right now is one of the hottest new anime that came out, new manga that came out in the last few years, and also one of the most anticipated anime coming next year, which is really crazy. Of course, then other things like giving promotion or like recognition is example when celebrities talk about particular series that they like. For example, biggest artist right now is Manga the Stallion. Manga the Stallion talking about the Halafa anime, which is, that we all know, is also one sign of promotion for the series, which makes recognition and boosts the series much further. But the thing is, I would even argue if the biggest mangaka right now alive, Ichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece, would recommend in any manga or anime, of course it would get a big recognition, big promotion boost, but I don't think there's any amount of boost that Ichiro Oda could do or any manga could do that could boost its series as much as the Otaku has done for Blue Lock, which is beyond bonkers crazy if you think about it. Also, I don't know if the people at Kodansha, the publisher of Blue Lock, who has of course the rights, or the director of 8-bit, the animation studio, came up with the idea having the anime being roughly come out around the same time as the World Cup, because if they have thought about it, then it's really impressive and smart idea. Of course, that would make so much sense now for all other upcoming series, sport-related series, if they can somehow time it up with the same other sports events, like having it with the NBA or baseball or different other things. They can time it up at least at the same time to boost their series. But the thing is, with the 2022 World Cup, of course not only did Blue Lock anime debut at the same time as the World Cup help make Blue Lock that big, but it's also big thanks is also to the Japanese national team of that and their success. Because in the 2022 World Cup, especially in the group stages, Japan was in Group E. Japan placed first in the group stage, beating previous champions such as Germany and Spain, which is crazy. Germany won and Spain won the World Cup previously, and the fact that Japan beat them was unexpected, unheard of, because no one expected that the previous two World Cup champions lose to Japan, which is crazy. And because of the surprise play, and everybody was excited to see, and no one really thought about this could happen. yeah, everybody thought like Blue Lock is real because Japan's success was not no one could think about it, and that happening right now while Blue Lock was airing at the same time, and all this character in particular like Isagi doing also well in particular instances made everything more so exciting, and everybody thought yeah, Blue Lock is real, especially if you were at the time 2022 on social media, TikTok, everybody think oh my god, Blue Lock is real, and everybody got of course more invested in Blue Lock and also in Japanese team as the Japanese team was doing so well, and at the same time because it's Japan, manga, and also there was also manga promotion from Blue Lock at the same time. Of course, everything is connected well and boosted everything together. And also, if you look at it, after the World Cup ended and the anime ended, of course, Blue Lock became the best-selling manga of 2023, beating series like One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen after the anime ended and the World Cup ended. Of course, the thing is, it makes sense because the manga gets always a boost in sale after the anime ended. Of course, the anime is always like promoted taking the manga, right? But the fact that it's happened after the anime and the World Cup, it's crazy. The beating series like One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen, which is beyond crazy. And also you can see in the boost in sales the anime and the manga had after the anime ended. So this what you guys see is most likely the images of the physical copy in Japan, how it boosted. And probably it would be much greater if you will look at it globally. And the crazy thing of the influence of the World Cup and Japanese soccer team and Blue Lock is there's actually right now a Blue Lock project happening, a real life Blue Lock technically happening. So the Japanese Football Association, JFA, are launching a camp that was inspired by Blue Lock, where the aim is to recruit young Japanese talent to develop their skills and potentially be the next striker. Currently right now, and Japan's performance has been also very, very good right now, and people are really surprised how Japanese play such a technically skilled, like teamwork based football compared to other teams in the World Cup. And if you see content on social media how people talk about Japan, a lot of people are also familiar with Blue Lock, and that's really cool because even though there's also other sports series like Aoashi happening and Inazuma 11 or Captain Tsubasa, a lot of people are constantly thinking of Blue Lock constantly, which really shows how Blue Lock impacted the Japanese team and also the whole world, and everybody compares and thinks constantly about Blue Lock when Japan's doing well compared to other sports here, which is crazy. Well, a lot of people expected Japan in the first game to lose against Netherlands, as Netherlands is from height and strength superior to the Japanese team, but surprisingly Japan was able to get a draw against Netherlands with a corner kick header to the goal, which is really cool because when you watch the game, I watch the game live, a lot of time Japan try to do it, constantly have a corner kick and try to get a header in, and they were not really success in that instances, but they finally did it. Even the Japanese commentator, not the Japanese commentator, while the commentator of the match were constantly disrespecting Japan because Japan was constantly trying it, and we're disrespecting them because of their height, because the average Japanese footballer on the team was, I think, 5'10", 5'11", and the average Japan Netherlands player was like 6'4", which was crazy, and Japanese out-headed a person who was 6'4", which is beyond bonkers. So it's that really caught a lot of people off guard when they watched the game. Me too. But what's really cool is also about Japan was even before the World Cup started, Japan is currently unbeaten in all their friendlies. They have not lost like the last 11 games, as they were beating major European countries, because also because of that, a lot of people are also right now rooting for Japan, as they are considered the strongest Asian team and also the dark horse of the tournament, because no one really expected it, and they slowly, Japan can climb up. If Japanese wins World Cup, hey, that's really crazy. But also if you think about it, it would have been crazy if the second season of Blue Lock or the third season of Blue Lock would have came out exactly as the 2026 World Cup that's currently happening right now. That would have been also another ultimate promotion of Blue Lock, and yeah, of course that would have made Blue Lock so much bigger as the next upcoming arc in the Blue Lock season, called the Neo Eagles League, would be more focused on more international players and stuff. Which is, if you think about it, also, if the second season of Blue Lock would have came out now, of course it would have been potentially as big. Blue would have had a big promotion, but it would have taken so long, 4 years to wait, and potentially the people behind Blue Lock didn't want to wait that much longer for long gap for the next season. But if it was potentially, if 8-bit was a bigger studio and stuff, potentially they could have had the third season, the Neo Eagles League, happening right now, and with potentially better animation compared to what we had in season 2 and 1, as this a really big arc. But this would have been so much crazy if the third season, especially the third season, debuted right now. But also it's really cool to see in currently right now, but because the World Cup is happening again, and the influence that anime has right now on the World Cup. Of course, Blue Lock is there. The Blue Lock gets mentioned a lot currently, a lot of times, and also we see a lot of cool references to other animes, memes, fan arts related to the World Cup, and unfortunately we see a lot of stupid AI generated images and videos. But in general, the whole World Cup thing is really a blessing for Blue Lock, and there's no other anime that really has as big as a promotion ever in history in anime I can think of as Blue Lock right now. And also right now, as you are currently watching this video, as the video comes out, potentially hopefully right now on the 29th. Right now Japan is through the group stages, so they are right now on the round of 32, and Japan has to now face against Brazil. Which is really funny because Japan played in Inazuma 11 and also in Captain Tsubasa against Brazil, so it's going to be interesting how this game currently today is going to turn out. Small spoiler warning. Also right now in Blue Lock manga, we are currently right now in the under 20 World Cup, so which is really cool right now happening, and also potentially we will, after the England game, we'll play against Brazil. Yeah, we're going to play against Brazil in the manga, so it's going to be interesting how this going to turn out. Imagine Japan win against Brazil. This would be so amazing, right? And I can't imagine like what's going to happen next. But the most important thing, of course, is because Japan is playing now against Brazil, the most important question is who will have custody of Hatsune Miku? If you know, you know. But yeah, that is for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. What do you guys think of the World Cup right now, and also the influence that Blue Lock right now has around the world with the World Cup? And live life shine bright. My name is Shogun Zora, and take care. Peace.